Up next, the Magic taking on the Spurs. Welcome to 2K Sports presentation of the NBA, but the bad news is there is no basketball, there is no NBA. The game has been canceled. Ha ha! Happy April Fools! Should be a lot of great ball movement tonight, RJ. These teams love sharing the wealth out there.
And you gotta love it, Kevin. As a player, it's always great to see a team functioning as a unit. Fans love to see everyone get involved.
Now the starting group for Orlando. Sliding in at the wing, we'll see Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Underneath, in the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. And it's Joseph in at the one. Greg, you know this. Getting that second contract is a major goal for young players in the NBA, like Devin Vassell.
And Devin did, signing a huge 5-year extension in 23. He ended up having his finest year after inking that deal. Vassell has a very bright future.
Such an important part of this team. Vassell, a great athlete who can guard multiple positions on the court. That's so valuable.
Carter off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
See, this is what analytics don't take into account. Some guys thrive in the mid-range. Really depends on the shooter. It's actually kind of lazy.
And the foul on Wendell Carter. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
We're about 1 minute into the first. Ball against Joseph. 5 on the clock. Paul kicks to Vassell. Baseline jumper. Nice jump shot. Good.
You see the improvement in Vassell's jump shot, looking more and more confident now.
Here's Wagner. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. GA, when you look at the development of Franz Wagner, what now is the next step for him?
Kevin, for me, it's the three-point shooting, specifically becoming more efficient out there. And I also think he's going to have to become a better passer, ball mover. I got total confidence he'll get there because the rest of his game is complete.
No good on the free throw.
And for his position, Franz Wagner gives you everything you could ask for. Passing, rebounding, scoring, and he competes defensively as well.
He hits the second from the line. Richard, one thing is for sure with these Spurs, a lot of top free agents have got to be looking at him now as a destination.
It doesn't take a lot of skill to see that Wemby is a different type of player. And look, if you are a free agent, that's the player that you want to look at to say, hey, can I team up with him and go on a string of championships?
Pass to Carter. Outside, Joseph. That's in there. Carter with the assist.
And not a bad passing center. Carter Jr. with the solid find there that leads to a bucket.
Paul outside. Barnes outside. Over Banchero. Barnes can't get it to go.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
And they call an illegal screen here. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Keldon Johnson.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Pass to Castle. It's the three-point bomb.
That jump shot has been the biggest question mark for Castle, so it's good to see him shooting with confidence.
Now, here's Banchero. Kicks it out to Wagner. No good on the triple. Barnes with it. Plays it up and banks it in.
Something Vassell is only improving at, recognizing these chances to drop an easy dime.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Well, I had a chance to talk with the Spurs head coach. Now, we spoke briefly about how critical it is to slow down Paolo Banchero. Coach said he can be a force on offense when he gets a couple to fall. The energy and effort from our guys has to be high if we want to contain him. We'll see if that team can contain Banchero out there, guys. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And now, the first timeout called here for the Spurs. San Antonio making a switch here. Champagne's checked in. Only 5 games left on the season. Let's quickly take a look at how the playoff field is stacking up out west. You look at the Spurs. It's been a rough season for them. The good news is the lottery is only a couple months away.
And right now for the Spurs, they talked all offseason about how this year was going to be different. Nobody bought into it then, and nobody's buying into it now.
Talking that talk is easy, but carrying through, oh, that's a whole nother story. And the naysayers' predictions were basically on point.
And it's denied.
Good awareness on D there. Wagner wanting to be a difference maker defensively.
And then Carter with the jam.
And because of Carter Jr.'s finesse and athleticism, his teammates trust him to finish those alley-oops in style.
Vassell finds Paul. Nobody near Barnes. No good with the triple.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the Spurs. Trailing by 2.
The basketball genius of Paul in action, finding those chances to set his guys up.
And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. The Magic making a switch here. Anthony's checked in. And now it's time for the Rookie Watch with this season's assist leaders. This is the newest crop of playmakers in the NBA. You look at Castle, 3rd in assists and a great leader.
A number of gifted passers entering the NBA this season, and he's right up there among the very best. I like what I've seen from him as a distributor.
Anthony finds Wagner. It's Carter, high post. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Now, that's just a strong take by Wendell Carter Jr. playing with some fire tonight.
So, Greg, it doesn't get much better than this, does it? Major playoff implications in this one tonight.
Both teams have a lot on the line in this contest. Seeding in the postseason can make or break a team's chances.
And that one falls for Carter.
In the 7th pick,
of the 2018 draft, Carter Jr.'s potential is enticing. A bruising big man with a bright future ahead of him.
The tray. Carter pulls it in. Orlando leading by 3. Caldwell Pope passes to Anthony. The rejection by Paul. Pass to Champagny. Paul kicks to Barnes. Vassell outside. Launches it. Here's Castle. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Castle's got his second bucket of the night.
A bigger guard, 6'6" Castle, can just overwhelm defenders. Impressive for his age.
Banchero is screened for Wagner, and he's good on the 3-ball.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
Back to Paul. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes.
In the paint, Paul always stays nimble. That allows him to make adjustments that needed to beat the D.
Outside Anthony. Carter left side. Yep, that one goes in there. Carter's got 9.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
San Antonio calls timeout. And Orlando making a change here. Houston's checked in. Here's Wesley. Pass to Castle. Down low. And he goes in for the dunk.
And there's a nice playmaking element to Castle's game, especially at 6'6".
Here's Houston. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Carter's got 11.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
You have to think at this point the winner will be the one to settle in on defense.
And it's Mamu Kelishvili missing. And it's Anthony with the ball for Orlando. 4-point game. Their last encounter was in Orlando.
Well, they coasted to the win in that one. Were dominant in the rebound department, and that was a huge factor.
And if they can keep that same physicality, you have to think they'll be in a good position to grab another win here.
Castle misses. Magic leading by 6. GA, there is a lot to like about the game of Stephon Castle.
His size, playmaking, defensive intensity. I guess the question, is there that one thing that he can do at an elite level? That will be a crucial step if he's to become a star.
Let's see some of the numbers here for Wendell Carter. He's had an impressive second half of the season. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And talk about being top 10 in steals. I love his jumping the passing lanes and then stealing away your dribble. San Antonio making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. The Magic also changing it up. Goga Bitadze's checked in for Carter. Isaac comes in for Paolo Banchero. And Black's subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Here's Bitadze. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Pass to Mamu Kelishvili. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And I've really liked how they've moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
And that one misses. Orlando leading by 6. Here's Vitadze. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Here's Black. And it's Mamu Kelishvili with the rebound. San Antonio's gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Now Wesley. Pass to Champagny. 6 on the shot clock. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. Last season, the Magic retired the first jersey number in their franchise's history, that of our esteemed colleague and Hall of Famer, Shaquille O'Neal. Orlando's #1 pick back in 1992, Shaq went on to lead them to their first NBA Finals appearance in 1995. The honor is well-deserved, Kevin.
Yep, he's our teammate, isn't he, David? We love him as a guy, and we love him as a player. Pass to Black. Here's Vitadze. Here's Black. He has yet to score. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's McLaughlin. Back to Johnson. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Here's Houston. Out to Anthony. Orlando moving the ball around. Here's Black. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to go on Keldon Johnson.
Clearly a foul.
The Magic shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
The first one falls. Biombo is checked in for San Antonio. And he makes both free throws. Spurs trail by 5. Pass to Champagny. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. They set the pick. Just 5 to shoot. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Let's use this break to look at the teams that over the past month have been tremendous at converting turnovers into points. Number 5, the Spurs.
And you always like to see aggressive defense. And then when you can convert mistakes into points offensively, that's a big key.
And the first one at the line is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both. 1:21 left in the first quarter. Magic leading by 3. Isaac outside. Isaac a screen on Johnson. Black sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Black's got 5 now.
When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the 3.
And here is Wesley. He's got 5. Pass to Mamu Kelishvili. San Antonio again missing. Isaac passes to Black. The 3. A rebound by the Spurs.
See, what a rough quarter for him. Nothing seemingly going his way.
Here's Wesley. And a miss there on the triple. Orlando's gotten a lot of shots off from three-point land in the first quarter, but they're only 4 of 9. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
San Antonio ball.
And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here.
There's 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Biyombo. From the arc. He's off on that one. And we reach the end of the first quarter. It's the Magic up by 6. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, it's clearly a focus for them in this one, and no question that all the second chance looks are paying off.
Here's Castle. Up in the front court, it'll be Vassell and Barnes. In the backcourt, it's the veteran Paul paired with Castle, and it's Biyombo at the 5 spot. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with.
Vassell has no conscience behind the arc. He will not hesitate to get it up.
Pass to Anthony. Banchero, a screen on Paul. 4 on the clock, and Anthony gets it to go. Anthony's got his second basket of the night.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Castle, and it's San Antonio with another.
Castle has some of the best body control you'll see in this rookie class.
Pass to Houston. And here is Isaac. The layup missed.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Here's Castle. Vassell with it. And he jams it with authority.
And Vassell shows you why you better not disrespect his balance.
Wagner outside. On the wing, Isaac. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Biyombo. Isaac with the steal. Outside Anthony. Shoots from the right block. Count that one from Isaac. And the Magic lead by 3.
And one area Isaac must continue to improve upon. Has the size to dominate inside. Now just needs to add the muscle.
Here's Vassell. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. In his young career, Richard, we've seen Devin Vassell really blossom as a two-way talent.
He's a talented player, but I think there's still another level that he can reach, and he needs to continue to grow as a playmaker to get there.
That free throw missing. RJ, one league rule that has gotten a lot of attention: carrying the basketball.
Oh, these guys carry the ball at a ridiculous rate. Even Allen Iverson used to do it, and then eventually he took it out of his game. But yeah, the referees could clean it up a little bit, I'll be honest.
And he sinks the second.
Look, if there's one thing that we've learned about Vassell since he came into the league, is that he is a tough competitor. He will battle each and every night.
Here's Wagner. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Wagner's got 6 points.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up. check out some of the numbers for Anthony. He's putting up 9 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And what a force he is on the glass. Just inhales rebounds.
And he can go around his opponent, over his opponent, through his opponent. A true triple threat.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. It's Vassell on the wing. Puts it up, and that one's on target from the wing. Vassell's got 12 in the game.
These coaches have to be telling their team to keep feeding Vassell. Devin has been fantastic tonight.
And here's Anthony from the arc. Misses his second shot in 4 attempts from the field. San Antonio trailing here. Barnes dishes to Paul. Back to Barnes. There's the pick. 6 to shoot. Gets the three-pointer to fall. He's got 5.
He's a dangerous shooter from deep. Barnes can hit some big shots out there.
Carter with a screen on Paul. There's the lob to Carter. And stolen by Biyombo. Vassell with it. Now Anthony defending. Vassell, no good. Magic have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Spurs have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Pass to Castle. And here's Biyombo. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it.
A moment here now to see the numbers for Paolo Banchero.
A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. And he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And the only way you average top 3 in points if you have that scorer's mentality. He knows he's the go-to guy. And everyone else knows it as well. The Spurs making a switch here. Mamu Kelishvili is checked in. It's Vassell on the wing. And it's Vassell with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's sort of a picture of what not to do on those last 2 possessions. They're being way too loose with the ball.
Wagner against Vassell. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
Shooting for Orlando, Franz Wagner at the line for 1.
Wagner no good on the free throw. San Antonio's gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Pass to Mamu Kelishvili. To the middle. Here's Vassell. Nice defense from Wagner.
There wasn't a lot of resistance there at that rim. He just tricked off a little bunny.
Now here's Joseph. Covered by Vassell. And Joseph is good for 3. Now it's a 4-point Orlando lead.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And that's a foul called on Franz Wagner. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. San Antonio making a switch here. Champagne's checked in. Anthony Black's checked in for Orlando. Here's Barnes. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Golden State. Takes the 13-footer. He squares up and sinks it. Castle's got 4 this quarter. Banchero outside. And it's Joseph in the corner. Pass to Wagner. And Orlando again with the bucket.
Wagner able to get that one lined up from mid-range.
Paul surveying the floor. They set the screen. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's his first trip to the line.
13. Chris Paul.
Shoot 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
And Paul is truly the prototypical point guard. He's got a high IQ, takes care of the ball, and he prioritizes setting up his teammates.
And so Paul nails both of them.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Wagner. Back to Caldwell Pope. And so the ball's out of bounds. Wagner touched it last. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Paolo Banchero.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
Spurs have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. Here's Castle. 9 points in the game so far. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Paolo Banchero.
And what makes Castle so difficult to guard is that he keeps defenders off balance with this constant change of pace.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off.
And what I like about Castle's game is the versatility, right? He's a legitimate two-way threat who's willing to take on whatever role helps the team.
He doesn't get the second one. Orlando's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. And here's Joseph for 3. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Pass to Wesley. Clock at 6. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
These are exactly the kind of shots they want to generate each and every time down the floor.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Goga Bitadze comes in for Franz Wagner. And it's Gary Harris in for Kentavious Caldwell Pope. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thank you. Paolo Banchero is not skipping steps. The Magic superstar says it's like anything in life, it's a process. Having that perspective just makes you want to work every day because this is the best league in the world. If you become impatient, you're going to drive yourself crazy. It's a cliche, Kevin. Just keep pounding away. Back to you.
Well said, David. Dedication to the craft. EA, thanks. Here's Black. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Black's got 8 points.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
For San Antonio, they have converted 7 of 11 free throw attempts up to this point in the game.
Shoot 2.
First free throw is good.
Well, here in the second quarter, he's starting to dial up his aggressiveness as far as working himself to the free throw line.
And the Magic making a change here. Houston's checked in. And so he makes both from the line. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Orlando. They've got the Wizards ahead of them. Their next game in Washington. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. San Antonio leading. Barnes passes to Paul. Here's the screen. Shot clock at 6. The 3 from Barnes. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
Barnes is a very good shooter when you hit him in his spot.
Here's Banchero. Banked in off the glass. 5 points in the game.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
Here's Castle. He's got 13. From deep, Houston with the rebound. He lobs it up. That's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. And here's a good chance now to show you the rookies that in the second half of the season have been getting it done at the free throw line. You look at Castle, second in the NBA. So great from the line.
No doubt he's earned his spot among the great rookie free throw shooters through hard work and repetition.
Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for the Magic. Orlando with the ball, trailing by 2. The 9-foot shot. The shot, no good.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Vassell, the pass to Leslie. Here's Champagnie. Pass to Vassell. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Isaac. And the Spurs scoring again.
The defense was there, but Vassell's stays calm and uses that length inside.
Black the pass to Houston. Back to Black. Orlando moving the ball around. And here is Harris. Off target from three-point range. Leslie with the ball. 7 points in the game. Pass to Biyombo. Vassell with it. That misses off the backboard. Harris looking it over. Black the pass to Houston. Here's Bitadze, covered by Wesley. For 3, Harris. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2. Now here's Vassell. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. The 3 ball. Sinks the triple. Vassell's got the lead back up to 4 now for San Antonio.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Devin Vassell has been on display for the Spurs. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all, and he looks to be planning for more. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Harrison, an efficient first half of basketball. What's enabled the team to be so effective?
Just move the ball around. This team, they play extremely hard, so, we're not going to be able to get up and down as we usually do, so it's good for us to practice our half-court game.
Yeah, that's been working too. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Welcome. First up on the agenda tonight, let's see how the Rookie of the Year race is shaping up.
I think it's fair to say we know how this probably is going to shake out. But crazier things have happened.
As we shift our focus now to the Spurs, it's a tight one after 2 quarters of play.
The energy in their hometown is electric, man. You can tell these players are loving the positive attitudes and feeding off them. I expect them to sustain this enthusiasm.
Yeah, these fans just love this team. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Nice game. Great performance by Devin Vassell.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And so in the game for the Magic, Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. Corey Joseph is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Carter in at the 5, roaming the paint. The Magic trail by 4. And Joseph kicks to Carter. Count it. Carter's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Magic.
And really good to see Carter Jr. find his rhythm. I love when he's aggressive offensively.
And here's Barnes for 3. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for Orlando. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Devin Vassell.
Well, over 80% from the line for his career. You do not want to foul Franz in the act.
He's got free throw attempts number 4 and 5 here.
2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And the second free throw, good. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Pass to Castle. And stolen by Wagner. Caldwell-Pope outside. Here is Carter, covered by Biyombo for the lead. And it's Carter missing. San Antonio's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Here's Paul. 11 feet out, and he hits it. Paul's got his second basket of the night.
See, it's the accuracy of Paul's shooting that makes the mid-range look easy. He can take that shot all night.
Carter with a screen on Vassell. And that one's good, Wagner.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
They set the pick. Here's Vassell. It's hauled in by the Magic.
Rough start to the second half for them, only getting 1 of the past 4 shots to fall.
Pass to Castle. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And taking a look at some stats here for Caldwell-Pope. Some impressive play from him over the last month. He's right around 13 points a night, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
I think if you talk to anyone on this team, they believe in his abilities about 1,000%.
That's good from Castle. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
And hey, he did just enough to get the lead. That's what's most important.
From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star Greg in 2024, Paolo Banchero.
And Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instantly.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He wants to talk to his guys. San Antonio making a switch here. Mamu Kelishvili is checked in, and the Magic making a change here as well. Houston's checked in. Pass to Wagner. Magic moving the ball around. Outside, Joseph to the wing right side. Wagner outside. Just 5 on the clock. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. It's going to be on Devin Vassell.
Oh, nice balance by Wagner, taking the hit like a champ and working through it.
Find the lane.
One shot. Franz Wagner. Shooting one.
Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Bounce pass from Paul. Pass to Castle. Paul outside. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got his 6th rebound on the night. And Wagner drives in. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Oh, good job executing inside. Wagner in total control down there.
Here's Mamu Kelishvili. At the elbow, Paul. Here's Vassell. No good on the 3. Orlando leading. And Wagner has it in the corner. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
As we approach the 4th quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Here's Houston. Buries it from 3-point range.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And the basket by Castle.
And you can tell Castle loves the challenge, right? Accepts it there, and this time knocks it down from beyond the arc.
Carter finds Wagner. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Devin Vassell.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Take a break. Take a break. Two shots.
That's good from Wagner.
And maybe he's starting to find his form at the line. He certainly had his share of chances.
Black's checked in for Orlando. Both free throws good from Wagner.
And he hasn't had his usual rhythm thus far from the line. I think he's getting back into it with those two.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Now at the moment here, let's take a look at our rookie leaderboard and who's putting up the most points per game. You look at Castle, 2nd in the league, having an excellent season.
Well, coming in, you wondered how his talent would translate at this level in terms of scoring. And I gotta say, apparently, it's translating pretty well.
Here's Barnes, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Oh, no hesitation from Barnes. Knew he was going to get the whistle, played right through it.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Magic.
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes, spacing the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
And, you know, another thing that's really been working for them tonight is the mid-range. That they're having no problem finding shots in that area.
Barnes hits them both. And so it's Joseph with it. He'll bring it up for the Magic. Inside. Here's Wagner. Falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
Yeah, Wagner in attack mode there.
Pass to Champagny. And here is Barnes. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
To the paint. Johnson over to help. On its way from Caldwell Pope for 2. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
Solid elevation there. A consistent point of release, and KCP with excellent shot mechanics.
Here's Barnes, and it's San Antonio with another. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
Wagner outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over Johnson. And it's Wagner missing. San Antonio's gone into the 3-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Barnes kicks to Johnson. 3-pointer on the way. And it's Wagner with the rebound. The Magic have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. With some arc, down it drops through the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Hassel misses.
That's just a bucket like you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss those.
And here's Joseph for 3. Barnes grabs the miss. For San Antonio, they've gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Pass to Mamu Kalashvili. Now here's Barnes. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
When a crafty scorer like Barnes gets on a roll, it can turn into a big night.
And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. The Spurs making a switch here. Wesley's checked in. Orlando also making some changes. Goga Bitadze's checked in for Black. Jonathan Isaac comes in for Caldwell Pope. And Anthony subbed in for Corey Joseph. Anthony. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Here's Bitadze. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
I love watching Isaac find the open teammate. Has great floor awareness out there and just knows when one of his guys has a clean look.
And it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Biombo, he's checked in for the Spurs. Vassell comes in for Barnes. So it's San Antonio now. It's a one-point game. 6 to shoot. Cans it from downtown. Champagne's got 5.
A beautiful all-around game of Johnson. So dependable when it comes to finding open teammates.
Pass to Isaac. Here's Houston. Here's Bitadze, covered by Biombo. The shot's good from Bitadze.
And that's what we're used to him doing, but he really just hasn't had that typical impact offensively. If they keep getting him touches, this game won't be tied for long.
Here's Vassell. Got it. Good job in the low post. Vassell's got 4 this quarter.
That's a strong move by Vassell. He plays with more power than I think you actually realize.
Wagner kicks to Isaac. And here's Anthony for 3. Back to Isaac. Wagner from long range. Good from the moment it left his hand. That makes him 10 for 14.
This is his second 3 this half. He's getting even more bold at that arc.
There's the 3. Orlando grabs the miss.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far. And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Wesley the pass to Biombo. And the dunk by Biombo.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Into the lane. Bitadze. A rebound by the Spurs. Biombo's got 8 rebounds in this game. Paolo Banchero's checked in for Goga Bitadze. Orlando's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6.
And you can just see how that motor never subsides. Isaac always looking to put on a show there with his dunking ability.
Biombo kicks to Vassell. They set the pick. Back to Biombo. Isaac with the steal. Wagner outside. His three-pointer's off the mark. And here's Johnson outside. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Magic lead by 3. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Magic leading by 3. Up in the front court, it'll be Vassell and Barnes. Then it's Castle. And there's Bismack Biombo. And it's Champagnie in at the point. That's the San Antonio 5. Isaac a screen. Rebounded by Castle. Castle's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Vassell, the pass to Biombo. The 3 from Barnes. Orlando grabs the miss.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Houston. And he banks in the layup. And the Magic lead by 5.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Man, this has been a fun one. But look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
Pass to Champagnie. Clock at 6. Here's Castle. Shoots from the baseline. Rebounded by Isaac. And here's Banchero. Wagner on the wing. No coverage that time. Now it's a 7-point Orlando lead.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
Pass to Champagny. Poke loose. Here's Castle. And off the glass. That one's good. Castle's got 19 points.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
You can't question the desire of these teams. It's going to be difficult for either side to get separation.
Impressed with his decision-making in these sets. Isaac knows where to roll to after setting that screen.
Biombo, no luck. And here's Isaac. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
On the wing, Barnes. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Here's Vassell. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. Barnes has got 3 assists in the game. And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Checked in for the Spurs. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Orlando. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, DA?
During that last break, I got a chance to hear what Jamal Mosley said to his team. Now, he told his guys not to get comfortable. He said, so we've got a little breathing room. So what? That's no reason to slow down out there. He wants them to keep the effort up. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. Isaac finds Wagner. Isaac with a screen for Wagner. The rebound by the Spurs. Castle's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Barnes dishes to Paul. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. Barnes has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here's Wagner, and off the front iron, and in it goes. Wagner's got 32 points.
An explosive performance by Wagner tonight, showing just how dangerous he is when he's at his best. I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Driving in, got a piece of it.
The defensive instincts on full display. Vassell using his length to reject the shot.
Misses off the right iron. Magic leading by 7. Isaac passes to Wagner. Here's Black. Back to Wagner. For 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Wagner's got 35.
And he's quickly up to 4 made threes in this game. Sheesh, get this man the rock.
Vassell kicks to Barnes. Wagner against Vassell. Shoots over Wagner. Vassell, no good. The Magic have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the 4th quarter. Shoots from the line, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Isaac's got the lead up to 12 now for the Magic. Paul with the ball, working on Black. Barnes looking around. Can they get it? Bangs home the trifecta. Barnes has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Spurs. Banchero right side. No good that time. And Barnes has got the ball here for the San Antonio Spurs. Pass to Paul. Here's Castle. Back to Paul. The baseline J. And that's good for 2. Paul's got 4 points now in the quarter.
What confidence from the accomplished veteran. Paul doesn't need much space to shoot from the mid-range.
Offensive rebound, Isaac. And Isaac throws it down.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
Chris Paul, shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
And the Spurs making a change here. Champagne's checked in. And both free throws good from Paul.
And the leadership Paul brings to this team is so incredibly important. His teammates really rally behind him.
Back to Wagner. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
At the line for the Magic, Franz Wagner. 1 shot.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
And right now, at about 85% from the line, that's up from where it was in that first half.
Pass to Champagne. Now Barnes. He's covered by Banchero. To the inside and out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
Those are the turnovers that have coaches pulling their hair out. Why do you think I'm bald?
Getting another opportunity here to see that powerful rejection.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Magic leading by 10. Harris outside. Caldwell Pope outside. Wagner wide open. That three off the mark.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Champagne passes to Barnes. Over Caldwell Pope. Down it drops through the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far. Banchero outside. Banchero is screened for Caldwell Pope. Back to Wagner. Up and in on the layup. Wagner's got 12 now in this quarter.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
And the basket by Vassell.
And that high release point really helps Vassell in that mid-range area.
Pass to Wagner. Orlando moving the ball around to the paint. And he uses the glass on the layup. Wagner's got 42 in the game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Back to Paul. Houston with the rebound. Houston's got 4 rebounds in this game. Wagner against Vassell. Banchero kicks to Wagner. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Vassell. The 3 drills the three-pointer. Houston's got the lead up to 13 now for the Magic.
A glance around the floor pays off, and Wagner spots the open man.
Timeout, Spurs. Biombo is checked in for Harrison Barnes. And Orlando making a change here. Spurs trail by 13. Here's Paul. He gets it in there. Paul's got 10 points in just the second half.
Paul with those little micro hesitations. I'm just glad I don't have to guard him anymore.
There's the lob to Carter. Paul with the steal. In transition, here come the Spurs. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter of this one.
And when Banchero turns it up, he can be a factor at the defensive end.
Joseph, the pass to Carter.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Take a break. Take a break. Two shots.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. One falls, so he hits both of them. Spurs trail by 13. Paul outside over Joseph. Paul missing again. Orlando's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. And Joseph kicks to Banchero. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Carter with it, covered by Biombo.
San Antonio Passer. First personal foul. Third team foul. Shooting for Orlando.
Take a break.
Wendell
Take a break.
Carter Jr.
2 shots.
2 shots.
That's good from Carter. And Greg, everyone loves talking trades. Future first-round picks have been moved quite a bit of late, and that's been kind of interesting.
And Kevin, a lot of teams that don't control any of their future first-round picks. With so much pressure to win now, GMs are willing to use draft assets.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Magic.
They really had it going, guys. Their offense propelled them.
In this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference and earned them the W.
And so checking out the record for these guys tonight will mark win number 37 for them on the year.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Franz Wagner.
And let's just say this, the name of the game is scoring, and yes, he provided that tonight. You're welcome.
And that one falls for Carter. Here are the Spurs with the ball. They trail by 16. Pass to Biombo. To the middle, stolen by Joseph. Here's Wagner. It's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they